Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Keep on subscribing. I see their subscribing numbers are growing by leaps and bounds. Bravo. Bravissimo. Bravissimo. So keep on. If you like what you hear, tell friends. If you like what you see, pass on the gospel of the poet warriors. So today, I want to talk about probably the only reason, one of the main reasons, if not the main reason why I continue writing. Because it certainly isn't the publishing world. No, the publishing world is I better not say it. It starts with a B and it ends with a CH. It's a bill. Sheesh. Anyway, I'll stop. Why do I write? Probably the number one reason why I write is because of the freedom of it. I really appreciate and embrace and love the freedom of the process of it, the act of doing it, the choices associated with it. More than anything else, I think that's what it is. I love the freedom that writing gives me. Unlike, the world of the theater, you're working with other people, one person, 10 people, 30 people. And there's a different type of freedom, but it's hard to come by in collaborative work. You have to have a certain mentality when you do collaborative work. It could be challenging because when you're dealing with other people, especially in the process of creating something, ego, this, that, people getting upset, and sometimes it's great. Sometimes you're on the same page and it's a beautiful feeling. But anytime you work with another person, there's always the possibility of conflict. With writing, the freedom, there is conflict. I think conflict with self, conflict with doubt, conflict with what should I keep, what should I not keep. But I love that. I love the freedom that you can do it anywhere. If you you could do it on a typewriter. You could write in a in a lined notebook. You could have the fancy pen. You could have a pencil. You could have laptops. Hopefully you don't need a signal. Even if you don't, you could write in little notebooks. So there's a freedom where you could be anywhere in the world and you could write. And I love that. I think with, again, collaborative work, you have to be in certain areas, certain places in order for them, to get together, come together and work. As a writer, you could be anywhere. You can have the freedom of that. You could be in an industrial city. You could be in a mid-sized city. You could be in a major city. You could be in the middle of a mountainous region without a phone or a signal or TV or whatever the heck it is, and you have the freedom to still write. Put pen to paper, thoughts. I love the freedom of the choices. Sure, in the process, you will, if you have an editor, if you have, publisher, agent, they will have their input, right? You will have that is a collaboration. But mainly, when I think about the process of writing to that point is the freedom that I have, the freedom that I could write anytime I want, whenever I want, what I want, the content, the choices within the content, the story that is in my mind that I eventually am shaping and choosing and solidifying, and all of that. Definitely is freedom, is based in freedom of choice, freedom of selection. It's the same thing, right? Freedom of not being, how should I say, the pressure of, hey, I got to finish this in this amount of time, or I've only this amount of time, and all of that is wonderful. I really cherish the freedom that writing and the writing process and being a writer gives me, probably more than anything else. And that's why I return to it, I think, is because it gives me a place where I can go and have that freedom. Maybe it's not a conscious, I don't think, but when I sit and reflect on it and think on it, it definitely is the foremost thing that I really admire about being a writer, about the writing process, is the amount of freedom that it gives me to create, to figure out, to piece together, to build, to cut out, to add on, all of it. And of course, it's not always positive, but there's, like any creative act, like anyone who's trying to strive for something, there are bumps in the road. There are struggles. They're internal. They're external. External meaning, like, again, like all writers, hey, I hope this is going to be published. I hope I can finish it. I hope, I can get back to it after a stretch of, doing some other work and picking it up again, whatever the case may be. But the umbrella of all that is the freedom that it gives me. And I think other writers or any creative types can appreciate that quality of what freedom is. Not that just quality, but the sense and the truth of freedom and what freedom really is, as it relates to being a writer and the writing process. All right, peace.
Tasty.